Right now I'm watching Samurai Champloo. I can't have on the intro music, obvious reasons. Love this show. When do we got Cowboy Bebop? I want to watch that too.
Thank you. Come again.
Hold on, y'all.
And who might you be?
I'm here.
You know who I am, don't you? I'm Munetara Tajima of the Foon Sekisai.
Oh, yeah.
Of course. Why do you think I chose you? All right, then. I could use a little after-dinner exercise. Let's go.
This one's crazy. Lethal Lunacy.
Jeez, I'm so hungry.
You know, I'm really getting tired of hearing you say that.
My bad, y'all.
Come on, what do you expect? We haven't had anything to eat since the checkpoint.
Why don't you go suck up some river water? Oh. I'm sorry, friend, but we don't even have enough money for a place to sleep. We don't have anything to give you for charity.
Well, that's wonderful. I'm glad to hear that.
Huh?
Like the Salvation Army for monks.
I have to say, you've come at a perfect time. We've been in a bind because we're so short on help. Good. Now, once you finish scrubbing the floors, you'll be able to get started on polishing the Buddha. You'll be happy to do that, right?
Why don't I polish that pinhead of yours, you bald-ass son of a...
Hey, quit complaining. The guy's feeding us and putting us up for free, so don't blow it, okay?
I almost forgot. There's firewood to chop, and then these sliding doors, please. Screw you!
Oh! Wow.
Oh, jeez. Damn it. I'm always the one who has to clean up whenever they make a mess.
I can't believe it. Another one.
Talk about scary. Nobody's safe anymore.
What's going on?
Do you mean to say you haven't heard?
There's been another street killing. That makes the third one this month.
Ah.
But he's not killing just anyone. He only goes after skilled samurai.
That's right. And it says here they put a 10 Ryo bounty on the killer's head.
You're kidding! Did you say 10 Ryo? Are you guys listening to me? I'm talking about 10 Ryo. With that kind of money, we could get to Nagasaki with no problem.
A street killer, huh? I have no interest in that. This guy's some kind of badass.
Of course, he has to be. I mean, think about it. It sounds like this guy's only selecting skilled samurai to kill.
Okay, then. I'm going out for a bit. See you later.
Hey, wait a minute. Where do you think you're going? Gene, finish the rest of the chores, okay?
Hey. Good grief.
So?
Now just hold on, little lady. You want to think this through. If you see the street killer, then obviously he's going to see you too. And once that happens, you're as good as dead.
Yeah, you're right. I wonder if we can find some clues or something.
Hey, you got any idea who the best swordsman around here is?
Huh? Who cares? What are you asking him that for?
Because that's who the killer's gonna go after next, dumbass.
Oh. Well, hello?
His name's Seishiro Momoi.
Thanks, mister.
He didn't choke to death.
Hey, what are you doing?
Nothing, I'm just hanging out.
What do you want?
Ain't you supposed to be that samurai whose name is Momoi?
Indeed, this is Master Momoi, instructor at the Genso Academy, also known as the Human Dynamo. Want to be my disciple?
Hey, don't flatter yourself, big guy. Actually, it's the street killer.
Hold it! You're the street killer?
You've got guts showing your face around here.
Whoa, you got it all wrong.
Hey.
I told you got it wrong. Don't hurt me, please.
Really?
It was all a lie. I swear to you, the whole human dynamo thing I made.
Oh, wow.
Spare me, please. What an asshole.
Yes, you bet. I saw one of the corpses.
Really?
It was one of the strangest things I've ever seen. There wasn't a single sword cut on him, but when he died, there was a lot of blood. It was oozing out of his eyes and his ears and every other orifice in his body, if you know what I mean.
So,
Ew.
how do you think he was killed?
No idea. If the authorities could figure that out, then he would have been locked up a long time ago.
What's the big idea?
Hey, take it easy. There's no need to shout. I'm sure this nice gentleman didn't bump into me on purpose. And I'm certain my friends would be willing to overlook this unfortunate little incident if you'd offer them a token of apology.
Well, don't just stand there. Say something.
You don't want to end up as bird food, do you?
I have no interest in the likes of you. Huh? I don't want to soil my hands with weaklings.
You bastard.
Who the hell do you think you are?
Damn, he used his hand. That was his hand.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, oh shit.
Monster! That guy's a monster! Huh? That should be enough for today, I think.
I'll just finish up here then.
Fine. While you finish up, I'll go get dinner ready. That's a lively piece of firewood. I think this might make excellent kindling for today's bath.
What'll it be?
Sake.
That's not gonna buy you very much. Ah, but what the hell? Maybe that's for the best.
What the hell do you mean by that?
Do you mean to say you haven't heard? Things have been pretty dangerous around here lately.
That street killer?
Yeah. Business has been lousy because of him.
Give me another.
Sorry, mister, but I'm afraid that's all 10 mon will buy you.
Excuse me. Have some of mine. I insist. The true joy of sake comes only when one is slightly tipsy, but I've had a little too much to drink tonight. Go ahead.
All right then, if you insist.
Oh, my apologies. I guess I really have had too much to drink.
So you heard about this guy?
Who do you mean?
The street killer.
Not really. I'm afraid I've been out of touch with public affairs.
From everything I've heard, he only goes after tough guys. Why do you suppose he does that?
I really haven't the faintest idea. It reminds me of a story I once heard. Long ago on the continent, there was a man who was an expert mountaineer. This man had climbed an incredibly tall mountain, but no one had ever heard of or seen this mountain, so they couldn't comprehend the magnitude of this accomplishment. Reluctantly, the man continued to climb mountains that were said to be even taller. Day after day he climbed, all in order to make the people recognize his greatness. In the end, the man stopped trying to convince them, made the mountains his home, and became a demon.
And?
The story ends there.
So, what's the point?
Forgive me. I suppose there was no point to the story, but now we go our separate ways.
That street killer's out there, so be careful.
Thanks, I will. You too.
You're him, right? What kind of fighting stance is that?
Impressive. You were able to dodge that. This should be entertaining.
There he is! It's the killer!
On the night of the next full moon, we'll meet here again.
What the hell?
That was pretty intense. How was your day today? Hope it was good. Hope it was productive. Mine was good. Actually, I'm very happy right now. For those who don't know, I got a package of some canvases, small, 11 by 14 size canvases, 12 of them to be exact, along with some paints, 12 paints, and I'm gonna be doing those portraits and stuff. So I got 12 canvases, so 12 portraits, and whoever want a portrait, $50. $50 for a portrait. You can either go through PayPal or the Cash App. I have both. I said the PayPal is chrislt83@gmail.com, and the Cash App is the $ thing, a $artist 1983. So trying to make things happen while I'm watching some good old Samurai Champloo, one of my all-time favorite animes. Love this thing. But I've never got a chance to. I don't think I've seen every single episode. I've seen most of them, but not every single one. Or I missed certain parts of episodes that I've seen. So that's just how that go. I need a haircut. I need a haircut. I need a haircut. I'm gonna go crazy with all these commercials and stuff. All right, we're back on.
What a beautiful moon. I always love watching it from here. It's so relaxing.
Oh, there you are. I was wondering. Oh, I'm so sorry.
It's all right, miss.
I've been doing some thinking about that street killer. The people here say that the corpses were bleeding everywhere, even though there wasn't a single cut on them. Jean, you think this might be too dangerous? Jean, are you crazy? What are you doing?
My apologies, but the speed of your movements leads me to believe that you're no ordinary priest.
Not ordinary? Then what kind of priest is he?
Hey.
Oh, Mugen, it's you. When did you get back?
Hey, your hand's bleeding.
How did you get cut up like this?
It's just a scratch.
It's worse than scratches.
You ran into the street killer, didn't you? Yeah.
No way.
Guy was using some kind of weird-ass sword. I don't know, it was like a real strong wind shot out of it or something. A wind? Yeah. And when that wind hit me, it just...
I know it. Unless I'm wrong, the street killer is most likely a man called Shorty-You.
You know who this guy is?
Shorty-You was a student of mine years ago. Back when I was a young man, I know you may not believe it to look at me now, but I was a warrior in charge of my own dojo, and Shorty-You, whose name was Wukong, was a dedicated student at my dojo, and I was his teacher. He was a man of considerable skill, and he was totally devoted. Each day he put his heart and soul into studying the martial arts. Eventually, Wukong was sent on a sea voyage on the orders of this domain's lord. But the ship met with disaster. It was believed that the ship had gone down and that there were no survivors. But Wukong escaped death and miraculously washed ashore on the continent. In that land, he encountered a mysterious martial art. Whoever could have guessed just how great an impact that would have on him. And then, a full 10 years after the shipwreck and Wukong's disappearance, he returned to this land. However, he had changed so completely that he almost seemed a different person.
In learning the martial arts of the continent, I've come to realize how weak and empty the disciplines I'd previously studied are. There is a technique called hake. It allows you to defeat an opponent, not with strength, but with the power of your innate chi. After many hours of arduous training, I mastered this technique. So tell me, what is the condition of the warriors of this country? I wish to teach the ways of the true martial arts to the samurai who have grown indolent and weak. I want to do something about this corrupt country.
Wukong, what are you saying?
I have given up that name. I now go by the name of Shoy.
Enough! I give up! Hey, please! Stop! What are you doing?
Killed him like that?
What's going on here?
He's dead! How could you do this?
What kind of a man kills during a training round?
You would attack a man who thinks he's training, and when you have him completely defenseless, you kill him? What do you think the martial arts are for?
Once mastered, the martial arts are a tool for killing. In other words, they have but one purpose, which is to take the life of your opponent.
You're hereby expelled from this dojo.
I'm what? Expelled? You're throwing me out. Why?
That you don't understand why you're being expelled is reason enough.
It's ridiculous. You really believe that you can throw me out? You can't be serious! You're just scared of being beaten by me, is that it? You want to get rid of me because you're afraid of me now. You're nothing but a coward!
After Shoryu left my dojo, he wandered from domain to domain, trying to be accepted into service. But I heard that no matter where he went, he was always treated as a heretic, and no domain would take him in. He began to hate this world, which wouldn't accept him or give him recognition. So he went from dojo to dojo, defeating the master of each. That's what brought me here, to serve penance for my inability to save the soul of my disciple, which had become utterly corrupted with darkness. I left the dojo and became the priest you see before you now. I mustn't allow Shoryu to commit any more sin, but I don't know if anyone can stop him.
Sounds good to me. I think I'm really gonna enjoy taking on someone like that.
Mugen about that life. There's one thing you know. He is about that life. Don't ever get that mistaken.
Jeez, what in the heck's going on with you? Why the sudden change of heart? I don't get it. Weird. I've never seen Wukong like this before.
It's because this is one opponent he isn't sure he can defeat. meditate under a waterfall.
Screw that. Shorty doesn't use a sword to kill. He uses his chi. In this country, the technique is called the armor piercer, and once mastered, it can destroy the body's internal organs without scratching the victim's skin.
Well, maybe that's true, but it can't hurt you if it don't hit you, right?
Maybe we'll
Look
get
at
some
that moon,
sandwich.
it's so big tonight.
I'm heading out for a bit.
You haven't forgotten your promise, have you?
Huh?
The samurai who smells of sunflowers, remember? Don't forget, you said you'd help me find him.
I won't forget. One other thing. I shall be the one who gets to slay you. What, are you my wife or something? Get it, okay?
I knew you would come. You have no idea how happy this makes me. Ever since I returned from the continent, everyone's feared me. Not one of them was intelligent enough to recognize my strength, in spite of the fact that my skills were far superior. Even the ones who they call masters. That is why I decided to teach them a lesson, and I showed them exactly who is the strongest.
Why don't we just get this started? I don't need another pointless story.
Fine, whatever you say. Excellent. You exceeded my expectations. Why is it that you wish to fight me?
Huh?
Are you doing it because I have a bounty on my head?
The bounty? Yeah, right. I could care less. This is for me. You see, I'm having the time of my life right now.
I feel the same way. However, all good things must come to an end.
Damn it.
It can't be. Impossible. Now you're mine.
Wukong.
Well, that was the end of that episode. That was a really good one. Like I've really got a chance to really dissect it and really understand it more than I did before. I really enjoyed that. So I will see you all next time whenever I do another this video like this. All right, peace.